2020 struck again because this battery charger was connected to the Maxton 2020. I needed a new battery for this thing anyway, but this one is not looking very happy. Welcome back to Garage Money Pit and a happy 2021 to you. I wanted to put together a quick vlog style update what you can expect from the channel for this year. Other than the usual irregular posting schedule, I'll try to post more content this year than last year, but after all, this is a hobby for me. Anyway, we'll have a quick look at what vehicles you can expect to see on the channel. There might also be some travel content if I actually get to travel, or at least, you know, around the local area. There's some nice and interesting roads and places, so maybe some of that, I don't know yet. Anyway, let's have a look at the cars, one of which I'm standing behind, and then go have a look at the motorcycles, because there's also going to be some motorcycle content. Well, first things first, more work on the Maxton. Still needs a bunch more servicing. I've done some of the servicing. There's going to be a video going up about that fairly soon. There's going to be some motorcycle work as well. We'll be looking at the motorcycles in a little bit. Okay, the Maxton, I still have to finish the service. I have to fix some of the leaks, create some new lines to the oil cooler, stuff like that. Do some work on the brakes. They work okay, but there's a lot of judder in there. But in general, you know, hopefully, mostly a little bit of tinkering and more driving than tinkering, which is a bit of a joke given that I seem to be able to turn everything into a project. But hey, there you go. The other things I have to do with this car is I have to contact some of the sanctioning bodies around here that run track days and check if they even let me run with this car. Yes, this is a bit backwards. Usually you should do that beforehand. Don't do what I did. We'll see. If not, I might find myself short of yet another track car, and I really do want to do more track events this coming year. We'll see about that. The other part which you haven't seen yet, which I'll briefly introduce you, is the actual project car. This is not the project car. Yeah. Anyway, let me take the camera off the tripod and show you the project car that I actually need to spend some time on this year. Maxton, not a project car. Actual project car. So, even though I filmed a fair amount of material about this car, it's not very good quality, which is why you haven't seen this yet. This is an 89 911, the last year of the torsion bar suspension, last year of the Carrera 3.2. Body is in decent shape. It has some cosmetical issues. It's got a bunch of issues in the interior, and it just generally needs refreshing from standing around. It's also cabriolet, as you can probably see about here. And as such, not the most desirable 911, but it's an air-cooled 911. So expect to see more of that fairly soon, for my values of soon, which means anytime I actually have some spare time. Let's go over to where I keep my motorcycles, and I'll give you a quick update on those, because there'll also be some more motorcycle content this year. Okay, now that we've talked about the cars, let's have a brief look at the bike storage. First one is my GL1500. That's kind of my general use and touring bike. It's in standard GL1500 service position, as in either you take off the rear or the front plastics. I'm working on a brake job. There'll be a video on that soon, and it'll occasionally make an appearance on the channel, mainly, you know, hopefully mainly when I use it. The 400 Four you've already seen. This one also needs a good service, probably some brake work, so we'll get cracking with that as soon as the Goldwing's done, which given my usual pace might be weeks or months. But anyway, a video on that coming. And now for two bikes that you haven't seen yet. So the one on the right is a BMW RS100. It's not a motorsport, it's just painted in motorsport colors. It's also slightly modified. We'll have an introduction on that fairly soon. The one on the left is a Moto Morini 3.5. That needs a bit more work, mostly electrical. Somebody's been in there with domestic connectors. No names mentioned to protect the guilty. Anyway, these two bikes have spent a lot of time off the road. They've basically been off the road for about 10 years. The BMW's seen some very occasional use, so there'll be some resurrection work there, but hopefully not too bad. The Morini also needs a tank replaced. The liner didn't seem to agree with the US-based fuel, but we have a tank for it. And last but not least, this bike's been off the road for probably about 20 years. It's also a Moto Morini, and I'll eventually get around to resurrecting it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like the content. And yeah, see you in the next video. Thank you very much.